evening and welcome to the comprehensive news on Operating TV. I'm Miriam Oke. First, the headlines. IG arrives Benue, deploys more officers to stop killings. Labubu doll maker Wang Ning joins China's top 10 billionaire with $22.7 billion. And finally, from sport, or Al Hilal refused to give up on Osimhen, prepares fresh transfer bid. Now the news in details. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has ordered the immediate deployment of additional tactical teams to Benue State following a wave of deadly attacks that have left scores dead. The deployment comes amid mounting public outrage for the federal government to declare a state of emergency in Benue following a two-day killing spree by suspected herders. Report reveals at least 45 people were confirmed dead in Goma local government area, while community leaders say the toll could exceed 200, with report of entire families burnt alive and security officers among the victims. However, Nigerians criticize federal government silence over the killing, unlike government swift response to the political unrest in Rivers State in March, which saw the declaration of a state of emergency without any reported deaths. The Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission has summoned the management of Airpeace Limited over multiple complaints of non-refund of ticket fares by passengers, even in cases where the airline cancelled its scheduled flights. In a formal notice dated June 13, 2025, the Commission ordered the airline to appear before it at its Abuja headquarters on Monday, June 23, 2025, to address the growing public outcry and allegations of consumer rights violations. However, the Director of Corporate Affairs, Undaje Injago, says the airline actions violate Sections 130, subsection 1A and B, and Section 130, subsection 2 and B. 2B of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Act 2018, which guarantee consumers the right to prompt refunds when bookings or reservation are not honored due to a service provider's failure. According to him, the summons is issued pursuant to Sections 32 and 33 of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Act 2018, mandating Airpeace to provide specific documentary evidence. These include a complaint log of refund-related issues over the last 12 months, records of all processed refunds to date, a list of all cancelled flights on all routes within the same period, and measures taken to alleviate hardship costs to affected passengers. Former presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has called for a shift in Nigeria's leadership selection, urging citizens to prioritize competence, capacity, character, and compassion, when choosing leaders. Obi says leadership is either succeeding or failing, and the results are always visible, reiterating his long-held position that tribal and religious considerations in leadership choices have severely harmed the country. He emphasizes competence is vital for understanding and solving Nigeria's complex challenges, while capacity ensures the stamina and mental strength needed to lead effectively. Now I hand you over to Mary Agiobo for the business stories. Please stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to the business story. I am Mary Agiobo. The Nigerian Exchange Limited ends the week on a bullish note, with the market capitalization rising by 513 billion naira to close at 72.788 trillion naira. The all-share index also climbed by 0.71% to settle at 115,429.54 points, marking a positive performance despite limited activity over just 3 trading days. A total turnover of 2.05 billion shares worth 51.01 billion naira was recorded across 65,016 deals, lower than the previous week's 3.2 billion shares. Analysts say investor sentiment remained upbeat. The financial services sector led the charge with 1.06 billion shares, valued at 26.37 billion naira, representing over half of total market turnover. The services and consumer goods sectors followed with 490 million and 122 million shares traded, respectively. Market breadth was also positive, with 55 gainers outpacing 39 decliners. However, not all sectors fared well. The insurance, oil and gas, and commodities indices posted slight declines, while the banking and ASEM indices remained flat. Meanwhile, dividend announcements lifted investors' confidence. Analysts expect the market's positive trajectory to continue, barring unexpected macroeconomic shocks. The price of Nigeria's key crude grades, Bonny Light, Brass River, and Kwa Ibwe, trades as high as $78.62 per barrel. The rally follows a fresh wave of military actions between Israel and Iran, stoking fears of a broader conflict and potential disruption to oil supply routes. Report states that Bonny Light rose $78.62, Brass River to $77.09, and Kwa Ibwe to $77.14. While this price increase could boost government revenue in the short term, energy analysts warn that it may also lead to a rise in local petrol and diesel prices as refiners face costlier crude feedstock.
Hello and welcome to Sports and Entertainment Update. I am Lydia Ajayi. First, the sports update. Remo star head coach Daniel Ogumodede is set to continue his role at the helm of Nigerian Premier Football League champions, with confirmation emerging from within the club that the tactician's existing contract will remain in place until 2027. Following recent speculation over his future, Ogumodede confirms his stay via a cryptic but suggestive post on his X account. His continued leadership comes on the back of a historic season for Remo Stars, who clinched their maiden MPFL crown in April, becoming the first Southwest club to win the league since Julius Berger's triumph in 2000. Moving on, Saudi Pro League giants Al Hilal are not backing down in their efforts to sign Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen, with a fresh proposal reportedly in the works. According to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, Osimhen recently rejects a move to Al Hilal just 10 days ago. However, the club remains determined to land the Napoli forward and is preparing a new offer to tempt him. The race for Osimhen's signature remains open, with several top European sides monitoring the situation. Galatasaray and unnamed Premier League clubs are reportedly still in contention, while Serie A side Juventus have also reignited contact in recent days. Osimhen, one of the most sought-after forwards in world football, continues to draw interest following his standout performances for Galatasaray last season. Now on entertainment news. Nollywood actress and filmmaker Bimbo Thomas has called on Nigerian parents to become more deliberate in teaching their children indigenous languages such as Yoruba, Igbo, and Hausa. Bimbo emphasizes being fluent in one's native language has no negative impact on success. Her remarks follows the viral clip of her son, Jaden Olariwaju, confidently introducing himself in Yoruba on a popular game show. She addresses the perception among some Yoruba parents that encourages their children speaking their native tongue could make them appear local and less refined. Please join Miriam for the foreign stories.
Welcome back. From the foreign scene. A shooting at a migrant camp in northern France kills one person on Sunday. The shots near the Lungpla camp outside Dunkirk left 2 seriously wounded. A police source says, noting no details were immediately available regarding the victims' identities. The shooting came just a day after a similar incident near the migrant camp where more than 1,500 people reside, in which a 24-year-old Sudanese man was killed. In connection with the Saturday shooting, authorities arrest 2 suspects, a 29-year-old who claimed to be from Iraq and a 16-year-old who says he was from Afghanistan, according to the public prosecutor's office on Saturday. An investigation has been opened into murder and attempted murder by an organized gang, says the public prosecutor's office. And that's it on our comprehensive stories on Opportune TV. I am Miriam Okay. Please follow us on all social media platforms and ensure to download the Ninja TV app for you to be able to view us anywhere you are in the country or across the world. I am Miriam Okay. Do have a swell evening. Bye-bye.